What up, buttholes? Dudes. Sit in and buckle up because it's guitar time. Hello, welcome back. More guitar. Been a little bit of a time. I've been trying to figure out how to structure these and the channel overall. I enjoy the updates. I feel like I could do more with this channel. Don't know what. We're 136 days in since I've started really focusing on guitar, and that's almost half a year. That's wild. That feels like it's been forever. We're not, it's 5 months, 14 days, 5 months, 17 days. It's getting there. Still having fun, still enjoying it very much. We have a surprise later little bit later. A surprise. I have no willpower. I'll show you in a second. You can see it, actually. It's in screen. It's in frame. If I don't zoom in, it's in frame. You can see it. Do I have a problem? Yes, I do. Ain't she just a beaut? It is just an Epiphone SG Special. Look at that. I haven't done anything. I haven't done any setup or anything. The action on it is extremely, extremely low. So how did I come upon this absolute... I went to a pawn shop, a local pawn shop in the area, because I wanted to see what they had. Pawn shops always have guitars, right? That's what went through my head. I said, pawn shops have guitars. I like guitars. I want to go see what they have, kind of on a whim. So I brought my daughters, 2 of them, because we were out and about making the day special for them, because one of them was off doing something fun. So I did something fun with them. Neither here nor there. We went to the pawn shop. They're not important in this story. What's important is this beautiful Epiphone SG Special. And so I went to the pawn shop, and there it was, hanging up for $135. And I was like, this is just like a $200 guitar new. Probably get it for $180. $135, still a lot of money. I don't want to buy. I wasn't here to buy a guitar, so I said to the shopkeep, I was like, good sir. To which he replied, yeah. And I was like, good sir, would you take $100? To which he replied, cash? To which I replied, cash. And so I got it for $100. So I walked out with a guitar that day, and I taught my kids that you can haggle and bargain. Life lesson for the kids got a guitar, and that is actually that's really what it was about. It wasn't about the guitar, it was about the lesson. The wife was fine with it, which is pretty cool. It's only $100. It was $100 that I probably shouldn't have spent. But my word, also it was a risky 100. I bought a pawn shop guitar without testing it. If it didn't work, I was gonna rip everything out and I was gonna rebuild it using the body as a stock. Assuming the headstock, there's no cracks. I looked for cracks and stuff, nothing that I could see, so seemed fine. And it plays fine. It plays great, actually. It's incredibly low action. I really like the feel of the neck and everything about it, and it's a lot of fun to play, and I don't regret it at all. I have kids, like I've mentioned before, and those children are learning instruments. One is learning the piano, one is learning the violin, one is learning the ukulele, one wants to learn the flute. The same one wants to learn the piano. Probably she's ditched the flute for the piano, doesn't matter. To increase their learning, I want to encourage, I got some apps. Piano app has Scoove, which is fine, but Yousician has ukulele, but it also has guitar. So I thought, you know what? I could learn with Yousician because no one else is learning it. So we got Yousician, and I've been going through that, and that has revealed to me a whole heck of a lot about myself and my lack of skill with guitar. For example, I'm bad. I'm better than I was. I have noticed an increase in skill. I'm able to more easily hit the notes and make progress in songs. I've also just taught me a lot about structure of songs. I've always wondered how to write songs and make them entertaining. Like how do musicians write 3 minutes of a song. That's so much. But then as I'm learning with Yousician, the song structure, while basic, there is still that song structure where in their learning songs, because they have a bunch of songs that they made to teach you. It's basic, but it's very much, you learn the riff. For example, this one is from Yousician. It's revealed to me that it's just, you're writing a couple riffs and then you're repeating the same riff, and you can even do the same riff on a different part of the neck. And so when you're writing a song or music, you don't need to create 3 minutes of unique music. You need to create 1 minute of unique music that you will loop for 3 minutes, is what it seems like. And once again, my guess is certain songs and musicians will buck this and you'll have more complex writing. But I do know that if you want to write any major pop song within the last 40 years, you just need like 4 chords. I think it's G, D, C, A minor. Maybe I'm wrong. You are wrong, you idiot. It's C, G, A minor, and F, like a stupid. Don't listen to this guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But open chords are bleh. One of the things Yousician taught me was 7th chords. I hated them during the song. The song that Yousician has to teach you that, it's the worst song. It's the worst song ever. Every single part that you start, if you want to learn a single part, you can play it. But every single part, I think it's 3 or 4, it starts with the line, "Put my woolly socks on." And it's just the most infuriating thing ever. On the plus side, I feel like I learned those. I feel like I learned those 7th chords pretty well. Notes, chords, 7th chords pretty well. Overall, I think Yousician has helped me a lot with all of my weak skills because they kind of try to go for everything. I don't know, like this says beginner. I feel like having the knowledge, going into it with the knowledge that I had, helped me solidify all of the lessons that I've learned before. I don't know how good they are at actually teaching you the things. Like they teach you some, like the scales, they walk you through the scales on Yousician. I knew the scales, but they don't explain why or what you're doing. They're like, here's a scale, run it. Okay. Here's a minor pentatonic, run the minor pentatonic, run the major okay. Why? What am I doing? I don't know. They throw a bunch of concepts at you with Yousician, but they don't really explain why. But having the knowledge that I had, it just solidified the skills that I was lacking, I think. And I'm keeping going with it. There's 10 guitar lessons. Each lesson has songs that you have to learn, and I've been 3-starring, not gold starring because that's 100%, but I've been getting like 80% plus on every single song. Maybe it's 90, I don't know. As I play it to learn and to get better and stronger at guitar. And I have been, and I think it shows. I think I'm a lot better than I was when I just started Yousician. And it is also fun because they gamify. If you have ADHD, it's kind of perfect because you get the numbers and you can hear the music playing and you're like, oh yeah, heck yeah. I'm playing guitar, even if you're playing guitar poorly. Let me know if you want me to talk about Yousician more. As someone who might be learning yourself, you might find that, is it worth the money? And I could talk about that more. Is it worth the money? I think it might be for me at the very least. I think it helps the place where you don't have a teacher. But if you're interested in hearing more about Yousician, let me know. I could do a video on that because now that I have it, I'm paying for it and it's been helpful. Sorry it's been so long once again. It takes me some time to work up the courage to do guitar videos because I'm bad at guitar. So I have to get in the right mental headspace to expose myself to the internet with a skill that I am mediocre at. I don't know if bad is the right word to say now. I think mediocre is the right word to say. I'm a bad intermediate guitar player, or I'm a good beginner. Somewhere in between is where I range, where I can now play somewhat. I still make a lot of mistakes. I still have a lot of room to grow, but what musician doesn't? sure there's one out there that exists.